and you really will feel and see the difference. You know, it's funny, it doesn't take like a week to see the difference.
Oh,
you
no.
literally know immediately when you start using it.
The first time.
All right, so here we go. We have a lot of new stuff tonight.
I do. And I'm very excited about this one.
Yeah.
Because this is one, believe it or not, we've had this in stock for a while. We just haven't been on the air with it much, okay?
Oh, okay.
But this is one that I've used extensively this year because of the hurricanes that we've had and, you know, my living situation and all those things. This is actually something we use quite a bit. This is a Bell+Howell lantern, and you can see how bright this is. I mean,
really
it puts
bright.
out a lot of light, but it's got a couple of tricks up its sleeve. One of the tricks is right here. You know, it's a thing that we know that you close it, it goes off, you open it, it comes on. So we know that part. This one is rechargeable 2 different ways. You can plug it in and charge it through a USB, or it has a solar panel built in on top of it.
Brilliant.
And that is the part that I grew to appreciate this year. Because you know how hard it was to find batteries for months and months around here?
Oh, yeah.
I'm telling you, this has made a huge, huge difference. Actually, here, I got you one too.
Oh, thank you.
You got your own right
get
here.
a
So we're
set
going
of
to open
2,
up.
which is
Now,
great.
one other thing I haven't shown you yet about these, and there's another little secret here. There's a little button on the side right there, and there's a little tiny handle. Now, why would that be there? Well, that's there so you could do this. It has a built-in flashlight as well. So you've got a distance light built in here, right?
That's so
Now
smart.
that just goes on and off. And then you've got, look at that, the lantern light that's here. And you know what? I really like this lantern because usually when we make the lanterns, they just have a bunch of LEDs going up and down inside of them. They're bright, don't get me wrong. This one is actually a softer light. So when you're sitting in a room or you're sitting outside or sitting somewhere with this, it's not blinding, okay? Because it is a softer light. It gives you a nice 360-degree glow, but it's a little softer. It also has a mirror underneath it, all right? So that's going to help amplify the light. So you get a really, really nice amount of light of this. I don't know if you noticed this, but the entire body of this is rubberized.
Yeah, that's
You
great.
feel that? So it feels
and it's
really,
very
really good in the
lightweight.
hand.
It's lightweight.
It's very lightweight.
Yeah.
Well, you know why? No batteries.
Right. Oh,
Or not traditional batteries, okay? This has batteries in it, of course, but they work off of the solar cell that's on top of it. So the nice thing about this is, if you're in a situation where you're going without power for a while, you're camping, hiking, something like that, all you've got to do during the daytime is just let this little guy sit out there and let it recharge from the sun, and then it's good to go for another night.
That's
really simple.
And I have to tell you, I bet you during this last year, since we've had our hurricanes and all that crazy stuff, people would have spent any kind of money to get this. Because typically, even in our older models, you had to have batteries on all of them.
True.
They even weren't rechargeable, actually, we've sold hundreds of thousands of these, right? They weren't rechargeable and they were battery operated.
That's right.
Now they're rechargeable and you can use the sun. I would, if it were me and you're at home and do you have your emergency prepared kit? This is worth its weight in gold when you lose power.
I agree.
Because again, you don't have to rely on batteries, even electricity to recharge it because it's got that new solar system.
It's got those. So let me blow your mind one more time.
Sure.
You can also charge your cell phone off of this.
Oh, no way.
Yes, so
Can you really?
it's a battery bank. Look, right there, they just showed it. It's a battery bank, too, on top of it. Well,
That's
so
brilliant.
Let me tell you why that's so cool. Because not only is it going to recharge the lantern, but you can charge your cell phone off of it and then recharge it again during the day off the sun. I mean, it's just so brilliant.
I've got to tell you, oh my God, during a real, I shouldn't say that, but no, think about it, during a hurricane, or if you lose your power, let's just say you lose power. I don't use hurricanes every time, but let's say you lose power and you're looking around going, oh my gosh, how am I going to power my phone? It's down to 1%. You pull this out and plug your phone in.
That's it.
Where does the phone plug into? Now I'm really interested.
Right here.
No, my gosh.
If you look at the front of this right here, there's a USB-C and a USB-A right there.
No way.
So, and they're like interchangeable. You could use either one to do whatever you want to do with it. But that's the cool thing about this, is the way that works. Now, I'm going to show you something really neat about this, all right? This is an I call it the old-fashioned lantern. This is, right here, a 36 LED lantern. So you can see that's pretty bright, okay? I'm going to show you with the light meter that's sitting next to this right here, I'm going to show you the difference between this and ours. Now, right now, the ambient light in here is somewhere around, I can't even read that. What does that say? 54, something like that. If I put it next to this lantern at full power, it actually gets a little bit dimmer. So there's not as much light in here as we thought, all right? But watch this. If I take our lantern, the one you're buying right now, by the way, this is a 2-pack. Take a look at this. Look at the difference. It went up there over 500,
Oh,
okay?
wow.
And here's the thing. This older one is 36. I probably need to put new batteries in that. Yeah. It's 36 volt LEDs. Ours is 1 that's inside of there. And look at how crazy, crazy bright that is. So you're really getting a whole lot in a tiny little package. And one of the things I like about it, I love products like this that do like dual purposes. In this case, 4 different things. So I've got my lantern. I've got a flashlight. That's 2 things right there that I don't have to worry about. I've got my solar panel on the top of this so I can recharge the battery inside of this, and then I can charge my phone off of this too.
It's a power bank.
I mean, it's a power bank too.
That is really amazing,
yeah,
actually.
let's bring the lights down one more time. Let's show everybody, because I think it's the light that comes off of this is really impressive.
Oh, I do too. And I was just thinking too, if you like to tent, camp, RV.
Any of that
it's
stuff.
It's going
Even
to be
just sit in
great
your
for summer
backyard.
fun. Yeah, I was going to say out in your backyard,
Yeah,
having a barbecue.
it's great for
if
that.
you need light near your barbecue and there's not enough light, you put this out there on it, beside
100%.
it, you're good to go. Yeah.
Walking the dogs. I mean, there's just so many uses.
Oh, that's a
Great
good
if you're a
idea.
boater, take this on the boat with you. You know, for camping though, I'm going to tell you right now, if you're someplace where you just don't have any power, you know, and you're out there in the woods, set this thing down. That solar panel that's on top of this is just going to grab all that light. Look at this. If I hold this up on my face, look how crazy bright that is. I mean, you guys can't see it, but it is throwing a circle right around us right now. And also, let's show everybody this part. Boom. I want you to see this. There it is. Look
Oh,
at that
wow.
light back there. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a nice throw, and it's pretty wide too. It gets pretty wide from
And it's
the further
actually
we go.
brighter in person when you
Oh,
get
yeah,
this and
yeah.
use it at home. It's much brighter. It's just not that one little spot. It actually is much wider. You just can't see it through the studio lights.
Yeah, you can't see the
You know what's
edges.
funny? So I have my little blue card down here by the light, and I completely read with it. So if you're worried, you're like, oh my goodness, is this really going to be something I could use? So here's my little card, and you can see I can clearly read the words on my little card. So it does give off a really nice glow.
It really does. And you know, what I said at the beginning of this holds true. It's not a harsh light. It's not like one of those LEDs where you're like, oh gosh, I can't look at this. It's bright, but it's frosted around the glass there. It's diffused, so it doesn't give you, it actually gives you a nice soft glow. It's very complimentary, I think.
Yes, very much. I
It's
can see
very
this hanging in the top of in your tent inside.
Yeah.
And then if you're going to if you're camping, you're going to the main bathroom, take it out, use it as a flashlight.
Absolutely.
Walking the dog. And remember, if you just put it with walking your dog, you shut it off, let the sun recharge it, and every time you go to walk your dog
Yeah.
at night, you're ready to go.
Did you notice just now when you did that, when you close this, it's like a natural dimmer built into this. The lower it goes,
that's true.
the lower the light goes. I mean, it will go off eventually, but see how that's just a little tiny bit of light, but as I open it, see how it's getting brighter and brighter and brighter. So it's a built-in natural dimmer that this has. You know what this is great for too, is people that live in RVs, people that travel by RVs.
Oh, yeah.
If you know anybody.
Yeah. He looks at me because I am one of those people.
She's one of those people.
Well, and I get, like, you know, maybe it's just by the backyard grill because you don't have
Yes.
enough light out there, you
Yep.
know, and dad's going out to do the hamburgers and there's never enough light. Well, now you've got extra light. The fact that it's solar charged, even if you bought it so you don't have to use candles when your power goes out. You know, in the middle of the summer, you get a storm, you're like, what's going on? You've got the light. All right, so we're getting a 2-pack.
You're getting a 2-pack, and that I want everybody to understand that. You're getting 2 of these. So that means if you want to leave one in your car, leave one inside, put one in your toolbox, one in the tackle box, you know, take them with you when you're going on those excursions. 100% you can do that. But think about everything that this light does. I mean, to have the distance light and the lantern in the same package, that's like 2 things you don't have to buy because you've got them all combined right here.